Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Denim and Blazers. I have Miss Andrea Fermin with Inspired by You Designs and Miss Halie Fermin with Knot Your Scrunchie. Did I say it right, Halie?
Yes.
I like that name. And that's not Knot, like a knot?
Yes.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. So, what services do you all provide? Who's going first?
We'll start with Halie.
No, you go. Go.
Okay. So Inspired by You Designs, we've been around since 2016. So started off with, making t-shirts. That's really what my passion was at the time, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Became a stay-at-home mom at that time. So started making t-shirts because my son, he played baseball and my other son played football. So it was just a perfect opportunity to bond with other parents. And that's something that they wanted. So after I realized, I can try this, I did it and it became really good business. And then just branched off and just started doing other things like cups, hats, mugs, you name it, pretty much any craft that a customer wanted, signs for their business. And so it's just been a blessing because we've been able to expand, and now I'm making masks, and that's really blown up because of the whole situation we're in currently right now.
Yes, I use Inspired by You Designs for most of my marketing materials, even my LMV for my signing service mask. So yeah, it's great service. Miss Halie, what do you have going on?
I do scrunchies and headbands for people. Yeah.
Right, okay, so it's more like a custom design though, not the ones you can find necessarily in the store.
Yes.
All
Awesome.
of her work is, she actually sews them herself. So we buy the fabric and then she has all the materials to make the headbands or the scrunchies that a customer may want.
Wow, I love seeing young entrepreneurs, especially female. I love it. So, Andrea, you kind of hit on you started the business from one becoming a stay-at-home mom, and also you saw a need as far as the interaction with the little league teams and different things like that. Halie, what made you start doing scrunchies and headbands?
Well, I used to help Mama with her shirts and then now her mask. So
Mhm.
then, and she was doing that on a sewing machine. And then I liked using the sewing machine. So then I decided to use scrunchies and headbands.
Okay, okay. Do
And
y'all?
we're coming up with an idea like what to do. Well, as you see, she wears her hair in a ponytail all the time.
Mhm.
So it was really ideal because, for most girls or women who, wear their hair in a ponytail, she can actually make her own scrunchies, but also for others as well.
Yeah, that's a great service. Um, so how long? I know you've been Inspired by You Designs has been around since 2016. So not your scrunchie. Did we start that 2020?
Yes.
Oh, cool. It's a great time to be an entrepreneur, and I think it's great that that's a service that you're providing. And also the scrunchies and the headbands that I've seen that you do, they don't look like the scrunchies you see in the store. So you can do different patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Go ahead. Were you saying something, Halie?
No.
No? Oh, okay. What have two major lessons that both of you learned since you've been in business? Andrea first.
That it is definitely a lot of work. So whenever you commit to doing the job, it's not something that I thought this would be easy. I can make, custom, t-shirts and whatever the customer wanted, that's what I would put on the shirt. What I found out was that a lot of people don't know what they want. They just know they want something, you know, hey, I have a graduation. That's what's going on now. So can you make me a shirt? Okay. So tell me what you want on the shirt. I don't know. You pick. So a lot of times you're having to custom design something, or they're asking for things that typically are not even in your realm. So I've become a graphic designer because, you have to design it by hand, everything yourself pretty much. So that's what I do. I design, from scratch, and then, make something become real on a t-shirt. So it's more than just, 15, 20 minutes. And you see a shirt, and a lot of times you think, oh, that's simple and easy, but they don't know really the work that goes on behind the scenes when you're actually designing it yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Haley, what have you learned so far?
It's a lot of work to do because most people, like Mama said, they don't really see how it actually goes. And then it's like if you're committed to it, then you'll have to do it because then people will ask you and then you'll make it for them. So once you're committed, you have to do it.
That customer service. It's not always as easy as it seems. That's great. That's great. So, when have you learned any other lessons though, Haley, other than that one so far?
um,
No. Okay. Cool. Those are.
Just passionate about it, being passionate about your work. You know,
Mhm.
a lot of times I always call myself, you know, typically I'm just have to make sure it's the best quality. And a lot of times people who do this is like really quick and, you know, you put it on the shirt, you heat press it for, you know, 15 seconds or whatever that is for you. And then you sell it. But really, if you want good quality, you're just trying to make sure that that shirt can actually last them, you know, years, you know, not just a one-time use. Or, you know, a mask, you know, not just a one-time use. So all of my masks are hand sewn as well, or sewn on a machine, but we do that here in the office. And it takes a lot of time just to put out, you know, a dozen masks or more in a day.
Right. That's the one thing I love about your product. It's great quality. From my cups to when I'm out, it's great marketing for me. So for other business owners, you know, you keep them in mind. From my business name to whatever campaign I got going on at that moment, I typically can call and be like, Andrea. And you'll figure it out, and it's perfect. T-shirts, everything. So I like to say, well, people always ask, even with the name of the show, Denim and Blazers, why do I call it that? Because I love wearing denim and blazers, and I rock it a lot of times with your T-shirts. So
Right.
it's great. It's great. So when people are looking to get in contact with you all to order and purchase, how can they find you?
Well, definitely I'm found on Facebook right now. So you could just look me up at Inspired by You Designs. And my picture has my daughter and myself on there. So definitely you see us today. So you'll see us, the duo, the crafting duo again online. And then of course you can reach me by phone as well at 832-262-8751. So that's how you can actually reach us for the moment.
Okay, great. I'll make sure I post that information, and I appreciate y'all taking the time. I know y'all are really busy right now, taking the time to interview with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, yes. All right. Well, I appreciate you all tuning in this week, and I'll see you next time again on another episode of Denim and Blazers. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We're here at the park talking to real people about how much of a down payment is required to buy a home. So I just have a couple of questions for you guys. First of all, are you homeowners?
I'm not. That's my fiance.
I am. No.
I am, yeah. No.
Are you homeowners?
Yes.
As far as you understand, what is the current down payment required to buy a home?
It just depends on who you go with, really.
Probably 20 to 30%.
I don't even know.
No idea.
I have none.
Okay.
1,200.
5% of the mortgage amount.
I think it's 10%, right?
What is the current down payment required to buy a home?
10% down is the lowest.
Like 10%.
Depends on the kind of loan,
Yes.
right?
I don't even know what the current down payment would be.
5,000.
20%.
20% or better if you can do it.
20%.
20%.
I mean, 10 to 20%.
20% is usually what's required to get a home in the Bay Area where I live.
My understanding is 20%. That's what I put down. So
I think the standard down payment is 20%.
There seems to be some confusion, so let's just clear things up. 87% of non-homeowners believe a down payment of 10 to 20% is required to purchase a house. But there are several programs which require a much smaller down payment, even as low as 3%. Homeownership might be more in reach than you think. Check with your real estate agent and Academy loan officer to find out how much or how little you need to put down to get into a house of your own.